Hello and welcome to the Blytheweigh Morning Show. I am Bonnie Hughes, VP Marketing and Sales for Red Cloud Klondike Strike. Our guest today is Walkabout Resources. They just recently released news that they have now a mining permit on their project in Tanzania for their graphite project, and here to tell us the significance of achieving this is Trevor Benson, CEO. Hello, Trevor, and thank you for joining us.
Hi, Bonnie.
So
Thanks for having me.
Yes, this is excellent news that you got a mining license. As we know in this business, it's always a major hurdle to cross. So tell us all about achieving this.
Yeah, so as you say, last week we received our mining license approval. So that had been about a year in the making. So very exciting that we can now move forward with our project.
And what's the next steps for you?
So the next steps are that we are currently looking at funding the project. We need $29.7 million to put the plant into production. We are currently in the process of raising that money through China, through the China soft loans, through equity, and we think that it's a compelling story.
That's excellent. And I understand that you're also looking to upgrade the resource to measured and indicated. So are you currently drilling on the project?
Yes. So in our project in Tanzania, the graphite project has a current resource reserve. We were doing some hydrological testing and now we're doing infill drilling. So we hope to have a substantial increase in the resource. We're doing trenching, some drilling. There's indications from surface of very uniform high-grade ore. So we're very confident that we'll be able to extend that resource in terms of size and grade.
And so investors can expect some assay results and results coming out in the next few weeks on this program.
The assay results will be out at the end of September, hopefully. We don't necessarily focus on the size of our resource because we've got a very economic resource reserve at the moment. We've got a life of mine grade of 16%, which is the highest grade for graphite. We've got very large flake size distribution, so we've got 75% above 180 micron. We've got very small capex. We get a big price for our basket of flake size graphite. So we don't necessarily concentrate on increasing our resource, but we're just doing some infill drilling that we couldn't do when we originally acquired the project.
And are you planning to take it to a BFS? Is this why you're doing the infill drilling?
No, we're not. We did a DFS, definitive feasibility study, about a year ago. That was completed. So we're not doing any more studies. We're increasing the resource potential because there is high grade from surface. So for the first 5 years, we'll be mining 20% plus grade. So it's a unique project.
Are you looking for off-takers at the moment as well?
So now that we have our mining license, we can put the line in the sand. We never have to say, look, or people that said to us, come back and see us when you've got the mining license. We are now here with a mining license. We can then go and speak to off-takers. We have non-binding agreements with 3 off-takers. They each wanted 100% of our production. So now we can go and firm up those off-take agreements with them and move forward, and also with the funders in China and elsewhere.
So there has been some, issues with Tanzania and the government and mining there over the past little while. So with the granting of your license, do you think this has improved?
We think that Tanzania is open for business again. We had a conference in Perth in Australia last week. The conference was Africa Down Under. It was the first time that a minister from the Tanzanian government had attended a conference. So that was the Deputy Minister for Minerals. and he was very positive on Tanzania opening up for business. The Commission has been very effective in working with mining companies, and we were the first approval under the new legislation. So we believe that Tanzania is open for business again, and we think it's a very positive place to be.
Well, what usually happens when a country starts to implement stringent mining laws is that all of the foreign investment leaves, and then they realize they have no one developing their resources. So then they decide, oops, we better make some changes again.
Yeah.
And in your favor. So this is great timing for you that this occurred. And are you doing any other work on some of your other projects?
So our focus is on graphite in southern Tanzania and getting that project into production and getting into cash flow. From the moment we turn the soil, we'll be a year away from production. So that's the focus. We've got some exploration ground that we're exploring in southern Namibia. We've got about 2,000 square kilometres in the south. We've got 90 line kilometres of outcropping pegmatite, and evidence of spodumene and lithium. So we're exploring for lithium. And in Northern Ireland, we have some tenements up there, very early stage soil sampling, rock chip sampling, and we flew a SkyTem aeromagnetic survey recently, so we're waiting for results on those.
And would you possibly have future plans of maybe spinning those out and keeping the graphite focused, or at the moment you would keep all those projects and continue developing them?
Yeah, we'll keep those projects all under one roof, under Walkabout, and create shareholder value, and then we'll see where we go.
That's really good news. Well, that is fantastic on getting your permit, because I know that is usually a very lengthy process. And in Tanzania, that's excellent. And graphite is very much in vogue these days. So we'll keep an eye on your progress and on your stock. And thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Bonnie, for having me.
And thank you for joining us on the Blytheweigh Mining Show. You have a profitable day.